Hello everyone, humans. Today we are going to be eating 4 different types of sun chips.
What kinds do we have? We have original, harvest cheddar, French onion, and garden style.
So we are going to be eating these today with Mr. Turtle. Okay, so which one would you like to try first?
I think we should start with the original.
The original?
Yes.
Okay, original it is. Here's the original bag of sun chips.
I can say out of all of the sun chips, we've only had them on an airplane, and I've only had the original. So these are all going to be an experience.
I've had the cheese ones too.
Have you?
Yeah. So here are the sun chips. You can kind of see them. This is what they look like. They look like sun chips. And we're going to be trying them. So let me pour out a few onto this plate. And we're going to be trying these sun chips.
Okay. I remember. I like these, but they remind me of like a bugle. No, a Frito mixed with a bugle. That's what I think of when I eat them.
It definitely tastes like a sun chip. It has the crunch, it has the flavor.
It doesn't really taste like a Dorito or any other flavor. It definitely has its own taste, and to me, that's what it reminds me of: a bugle and a Frito mix.
It has like the waviness, and it's salty, but it's not too salty.
Yeah, very good. These are good. Original, I like.
It's great in food, like with dips.
Oh, like with a dip, you mean?
Well, like yeah,
I mean, in food, like.
Well. Probably good in food too.
Okay.
Okay, so now we are going to be trying the cheese.
Harvest cheddar, yes.
The cheese flavor. It tastes good. Last time I had it. I don't know if I've had it. This is what they look like. It tastes like cheese. It tastes like a cheddar. I'll pour a few. You can smell it immediately. It tastes like cheese.
You can smell the cheese. For sure, go ahead. Oh yeah, the big time cheese actually.
Yeah, it's very cheese.
Very cheesy. Like cheese puff cheesy. Like if you smell a bucket of cheese puffs.
This is the best. It's hands down the best chip. Sun chips, they add a lot of flavor on their chips. It's like if you compare the original with the cheese.
I'm gonna do that right now.
You can't tell the two. It's like eating 2 different brands of chips and 2 different types of chips.
It really does change the whole taste. Because this has its own flavor, but you can't taste that flavor when the cheese hits it. It almost takes it over.
This one tastes exactly as you would imagine. It tastes like a cheesy chip, but it's less salty. I feel like than the original. I think these are great in salsas, and those are great in like cheese.
I gotta say, these are almost, dare I say, better than Doritos. Like they're just as crunchy. They have a good flavor.
No, these are the best chip, hands down. I'm a fan of sun chips. I'm a sun chip fan.
These are very good. I don't think I've ever had the cheese. I think I've only had those. I've only had them a couple times on an airplane. I didn't even know they sold them in stores, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they're always hidden. But I would recommend the cheese over every single other one. I think the cheese is one of the better ones, but I've never tried the other two.
Yeah,
I've only tried these two, and I'm a fan. So these are like the best chip ever. So I wonder if these are gonna be better.
I like the crunchiness of the sun chips, to be honest. Like it really has a good crunch. Now I'm excited to try the next one. What is this one? This one is going to be the French onion.
I'm guessing it's going to taste like a sour cream and onion chip type thing. This is...
You can see the green...
Oh, it smells like onion.
You can see the green
yummy.
specks.
It has like colors. It has like the colors and little spots.
It's not as strong smelling as like the cheese one.
No. but it's also not cheese.
I should, let me cleanse my palate here.
I'm not. I'm just gonna let them pile.
All right.
That's good. I like it. These would be good in like a salsa.
You know, it's to me.
It's like the sour cream and onion.
It's
minus
not,
the
though.
sour cream.
You don't
It's
taste
just the onion.
You taste really an onion flavor, but it's not like a sour cream and onion chip. It is definitely a unique flavor. I like onions, so I'm in with it. But
Yeah.
it tastes like it tastes like it has onions on it. It doesn't have like the sour cream and onion powder that they put on everything.
It tastes like they cut up onions and they baked it with the onions.
It really does. You can't have none, bud. It has a. No, just for research purposes.
I'm gonna put both of them on top of one another.
Now, as a comparison,
You have to try them on top.
these are. I like the sun chips. They're very good on its own. The onion flavor in these are very good.
If you combine both of them, combine both of them.
I don't think they're meant. What are we stacking? Like
Yeah,
the,
like
the
the
commercial
Pringles.
with Rick and Morty.
Yeah. If you stack it, it tastes good.
Well, you could definitely mix the two in a bag. Like get one of them multi bags. Those are very good, also.
I wouldn't complain if they had like all these three
All
flavors
the flavors in
bag.
one bag, and it's potluck. Let me try the garden salsa on this one.
I'm sure it's gonna be like a cheese, but like a salsa flavor this time. That's what I would.
Well, I was gonna rate
Yeah.
on which ones I like best out of them.
They're kind of like
They look
kind
better.
of like the color of like nacho cheese Doritos.
Yep,
You
they
can't
look
really
more.
tell.
They look very cheesy again on the. If you can notice how much cheese is on the actual.
It smells kind of. Oh, that's really good. Wow.
Again,
Wow.
Again, a distinctive taste.
It tastes
It's,
like you're eating salsa on your sun chip. Wow.
There's a variety of flavors there.
It kind of tastes like it's salsa with like cut up peppers.
But with the flavor that's on it,
Mhm.
it doesn't take over the chip like the cheese did.
Oh.
The cheese, it was just you eating almost crunchy cheese puffs. That was delicious, though. That
This one tastes like you took a sun chip, like the original, and you dipped it into a salsa type flavor.
these are very good too. I have to be honest. I could sit down and eat a whole bag of any one of them.
I would eat all four.
They're actually really
I
good.
could eat all four. I am a fan.
The good thing about these chips too that I find when you're eating them, and I don't know if they meant it so that it tastes like they're light. It's not like a heavy chip. Like sometimes you eat
No.
chips and you eat a handful and you're like, I've had enough. These you could just keep
It's
going
like a
back
mix
for
of
more.
like Lay's and like kettle cooked type chips.
Well, when we
Like
were-
when they're super crunchy
yeah.
versus like Lay's that are more flimsy. It's like a good mix. It can hold salsa without breaking. That's a big one.
It's almost like when we had the regular corn chips or the restaurant style corn chips. The restaurant style corn chips are a lot lighter to eat, and that's what these remind me of. Would be like the restaurant style as far as just a corn chip.
I feel like the waves help it.
I have to go back to this to compare.
Like, because they're kind of like bumpy. And I think that helps because it like traps like the flavoring, I feel like, on the chip. Well, like sometimes Doritos, you'll like grab one, or like Lay's, you'll take a bite and it has like a lot less flavor than the other one. They're all kind of like evenly flavored.
I will say the most flavor on all of the chips has to be the cheese. And
Yeah.
then second most flavor, I think, is the onion one. It has a really strong onion flavor.
The salsa one is really good, It has like an aftertaste though.
It's
not immediate like powerful
correct.
cheese.
Yep.
I'm gonna put all of them onto a sandwich.
I would put any one of them. I could put them together.
No,
you're gonna make it right now.
I'm gonna make a sandwich out of all the chips.
This one really does taste almost like a salsa.
Yeah.
It really does. It's actually really good.
So I have all of the chips. Grab all the chips.
Well, I don't think it's that matter, but
I think it's gonna be a cheesy.
I think the cheese.
Salsa.
I think the cheese is gonna overpower.
That's salty.
Okay, I'll try it with you. Ready?
Okay.
You can definitely see, if I don't know if you'll be able to tell, the difference in color though. Like in each chip, they have, there's a lighter one, the cheese. You can definitely see the coating. So, okay, we'll try it.
But the original are like, they're probably like all equal.
You're gonna have to eat over a plate. I have to throw it all in my mouth like a pig. Ready? Oh.
That's good.
That's actually the way to do it, all of them.
Mm-hmm. All of the ones we have. I don't know if they have more.
I don't know if they have more either. I didn't even realize they had this many styles. Now ranking it from top to worst, not that there's even a bad.
Yeah.
They're all top tier chips.
They're
to
all
me.
like they're the best chip in the world.
I will say
They're not even from Earth. They're from the sun. So that was a good one.
That's a good one. Yep. Okay, I think hands down for me, and again this is a matter of opinion, I think I have to go with the cheese. I think the cheese is phenomenal. Mm-hmm. It may overpower the sun chip taste, but it's so much good cheesiness you have to go with it. I think that's
I think I'm gonna have to go with the onion.
Well,
I think the onion has a nice flavor, and I feel like it would blend really well with like salsas or dips. Mm-hmm. But it would also blend really well on your taste buds, just to throw it in your face. I think the cheese, and they're really close. I feel like.
See, the only thing I think I'm going to go with the onion, and again, the fun thing with the onion is it's not a sour cream and onion, because sometimes sour cream and onion chips can get monotonous. Mm. It's too much of that. This is like a real. You have to like onions. I think you really have to like an onion to like this one, because to me,
it tastes like an onion.
It is like eating, almost like an onion ring on my chip.
I think my second one is going to be. Both of these, they're tied. Because this one and this one are really good, but they really match each other well if you put them together.
See, and I go number one, and I was going to do these two tied. Honestly, because this one has more flavor than the garden salsa. But like you said, it's a hint. Like, you don't really get the salsa right off the bat, but you do have that flavor when you finish the chip.
I would like if they made one chip and they added these three flavors onto a singular chip. Like, make it a onion, cheesy salsa mix.
I gotta be honest, the more I eat these, though,
the more you like them.
The more, honestly, they might even take over the cheese, because certain ones that you get that are really, they have a lot of good taste. These are really good. I would say they're all delicious.
I would say they're all tied, but I feel like that would be boring to say.
This is what I wanted to say when we ate the mushroom jerky, but
yeah. No, there were 5 different types. There wasn't 4, so they had a better chance of at least liking
This
one.
was the review I wanted with that. I was so excited for it.
I think the mushroom jerky was below an F tier.
Hands down, if you've never had a sun chip, I highly suggest trying any one of these. They make an excellent product. They're very crispy. They're light. The only problem I think with this is you will eat the whole bag in one sitting. They are so good.
I don't know if that's a bad thing.
No, not for sun chip it isn't. But like if you're trying not to eat chips, you should not buy them, because you are going to eat them.
No.
These are very good.
Yeah.
It does say heart healthy, so that means you should eat the whole bag.
No, they are healthy for you.
Is it on?
Like the cheese one uses, I believe, real cheese. Maybe not.
The only thing that could make these better, and I don't know if
real cheddar cheese on these ones. That one uses I believe it has like, I don't know.
If they could come out with a hot one, because I like spicy on all my stuff, I would be huge addict.
I think the only
I
thing...
see a jalapeno on this one and it got me excited.
Well, it kind of has a heat, but nothing.
I didn't taste any heat, but it does have a taste of a salsa, like a pepper and a tomato. They're all delicious. If they could come out with a spicy one, I'm in. I think that would be perfect.
I think the only thing that's holding them back from like overbeating like Lay's, people will like their Lay's and people will like their Doritos, but I feel like, or Pringles, they have a lot of different flavors. So you can have one, you could have another one. I don't know how many flavors they have. We only found these 4. If we find more, we'll gladly do another video on it.
I'll gladly eat these again.
I will eat them anyways, right in my face.
The only other drawback I could see if you were actually going to try to compete with Lay's is the size of the actual bag. It's not... Yeah. I don't know how many ounces an actual Lay's potato chip bag is, but it's definitely bigger in that. But they didn't really shortchange you. You know, sometimes you get a Lay's bag or chip bag, I'll say. It's 90% air and 10%. It all settled to the bottom once we opened it, but it was pretty full to begin with, and we already
ate a whole bag more.
But no, so that is definitely...
I
would say four thumbs up on this one.
A good start to Sun Chips would be try the original, and then slowly move on, because the original is kind of like the foundation of every single chip.
And honestly, now that I've tried these 3, that is definitely the low budget chip out of all of them, and that was delicious when I first tried it. But once you get into the flavors. And a lot of times I like plain chips instead of some of the flavors. Like sometimes some of the barbecue is just too much. Like certain flavors. But these would be good barbecue too if they make a barbecue. See, we only had 4 in the store.
Buffalo, jalapeno.
Any of them. We're gonna have to look again.
I will
definitely look for a different review.
I don't know if they have these. I would like a salt and vinegar. I feel like would be pretty good. Because I feel like Lay's is the only one that I like their salt and vinegar.
I have to change mine. I think I like the garden salad. I mean, this is so cheesy, but you know what? With it, it almost takes over the chip taste.
It's real cheddar. That's why you have the... It's really powerful. Try one of the original again. They're kind of saltier, I feel like.
I think I like the garden salad better. Absolutely delicious, but... It's a more complex flavor. This is just one note. You really don't even taste the... Are these the plain ones you want me to try?
Yeah.
I
feel like the original is the most salty tasting. I don't know if it's the most salty out of all of them.
I think the surprise out of all of them to me is the French onion. How much onion that is, and not sour cream and onion. It's really like an onion flavor.
I feel like the best way to make a sour cream and onion chip is make a sour cream chip and make an onion chip. And then... mix the 2 in the same bag.
See, these are still good.
Because whenever I have sour cream and onion, I don't taste sour cream or onion. I taste sour cream and onion.
Well, it has that powder. That certain
I don't taste
flavor.
Any of them. I taste like the flavor that they created. This one tastes like an actual onion.
This really tastes like an onion flavored chip. It really. It doesn't.
It's made with real onions.
It says real sour cream and onion flavor, but I really taste like the onion. You really do. But overall, to finish it all up, they're all delicious in their own kind. Even the original are very good. When you eat them like this, though, if you just only had original, you'd be like, these are good. But when you eat them like this, that's definitely the starter chip.
It's like this is like a 1 and there's like a 2. It's not fall off in any way. They're definitely one of the better chips I've ever had.
You don't see them on a regular basis. They're not the common chip everywhere. And
like they're always either at like the top left or right of the aisles. They're never in like your point of view.
The only time I've ever really seen them is when we were on an airplane. But definitely, I highly recommend any one of them. You know, if you guys have any in your area that's different, leave a comment on which flavors you found, because we'll definitely look for some more, and we can do another video on different flavors if we can find some, because I would gladly eat all 4 of these again because they were all delicious.
I would gladly eat all 4 of these right now.
Yeah, that's what I figured you were going to say. So, all right. Well, again, like and subscribe, as they say, right? Leave a comment. Good, bad, whether you liked it, didn't like it. We'll take all comments are welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.